Good afternoon, and thank you for joining me again on my video series, Defining Virtuosity. My name is Odin Rathnam, and today we're going to continue with the 47th study of Wohlfahrt for the legato and for practicing some expressive fingering devices using Galamian's principle of extensions, contractions, and extensions followed by shifts, or contractions followed by shifts. The idea here is to keep the violin as singing as possible through the various lines. The melody in its simplest form is an Andante Cantabile. I believe it's probably Andante in 2, not in 4, or it would get quite slow. So if you can feel So again, you can begin by connecting individual notes to others, or bowing in eighth notes throughout to make sure that the left hand is in rhythm. And I would also advise you to monitor your fingertip pressures a lot and make sure that the base knuckles, the nail knuckles of the fingertips are flexible at all times when we're playing, that they don't get locked in the final joints of the fingers, that we try to keep that free. I also think that that the vibrato pressure in general, if you want a faster vibrato, should not be too hard in terms of the vertical pressure into the fingerboard, or too wide. So if you want a faster impulse type vibrato, and those notes feel a fractional amount of collapsing of the knuckle rather than a full swing, and try to feel the motion primarily in your wrist rather than in the arm. If you want to widen something, you can release the bicep at that point to add amplitude, but you'll sacrifice some speed. In that process, it'll be a slower vibrato. So, a longer note, I can sometimes vibrate wider, but I can't fit that kind of oscillation into the eighth notes as easily. So there, the feeling is almost that of dropping a finger that gives a little bit on the impact rather than trying to vibrate. That feeling of give in the fingertip right when you hit the string will help to sustain it. You can also practice hooked bowings. The sound more in this way. A very tricky study. In bar 24, before the recapitulation 2 bars, I break both 24 and 25 into 2 bows. For a sense of reaching a cadence there in bar 26. Likewise, I break bars 9 and 10 in half. Then I do it less and don't break the bow the second time. Second time, do it as printed with 8. Likewise, bar 16 I break. Second finger, first finger, first again. And then the cadence. Likewise, later on, I break the bowing again after 42. This can be played up the D string or across. Either way. These are all broken as well. The last time the melody appears at 51, I do an up bow. At 57, here for the chords, make sure that the fingers are well curled so that we have some springs and the thumb slightly bent. that there's a little break upward in the wrist, but it's all flexible, and that we bow from the shoulder in a circular motion, but one direction. All right. I hope this is helpful. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments, and I'll try to answer to the best of my ability. But thank you for watching, and I hope you'll subscribe and share with friends.